The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to McStabber Studios, Kansas City, a domain divided. I am the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I am playing Dr. Katarina Rakosi of Clan Zemitzi.
And I'm Dale. I'm playing Callum McFarlane of Clan Ventru.
And I'm Ree, and I'm playing Rashad Giovanni of the Hakata.
I'm House. I play Bo Solomon, Clan Toreador.
Hi, I'm Mischievous Red, and I'm playing Gwen Schultz of the Ministry.
And hello, I suppose I'm playing Vladimir Milosevic of the Shadowlord tribe.
Well, welcome to episode 9, everybody. And before we kick off, I do want to say, content warning for tonight. The events that are going to occur tonight are going to be especially brutal, violent, and horrifying in a lot of ways. We will gloss over some of the descriptions just so that we're not being violating Twitch TOS. But the gloves are off tonight. It's going to get ugly. I hope you're ready for it. Because when we were last with this coterie, Rashad had a vision of what appeared to be a masquerade party with predators lurking among it. Predators which then attacked. A literal vision of a masquerade being breached. I'm no subtlety with that one. They met up with Johnny. Well, let's just be fair. Gwen and Bo took some dude's money. Gwen took more than Bo did, but no judgment there. But as we gather tonight, ever since that premonition that Rashad had, the group has been gathering in their haven each night, or their meeting place each night, ready to respond if something goes down in the rack. And as we open up, the group is gathered. Day after the last session. And you're gathered waiting. I turn it over to you all as we open the scene. You don't know when it's coming, but you know it's coming.
Yeah, I want to let you know I've put out the beacon, as it were, that Vladimir wanted me to use to contact him. So I've put it out. Hopefully I'll hear from him soon.
Do you think he will assist us in this?
Oh, I doubt that. This isn't his party. So
Do their kind care about the mortals? Or
I would imagine some do, just like some of our kind do. But I wouldn't assume all of them do. I've seen how they fight. Some of them don't give a rat's ass unless it's their kin.
I imagine if they've turned any new ones, the uncontrollable ones, then they definitely wouldn't care.
I also will be asking Johnny to help us out whenever we get the word.
What about Bella? Have you talked with her?
Haven't heard from her yet. She's supposed to let me know when shit's going down.
Do you think there's a time frame where we should maybe tell those we care about to maybe leave town? Or do you think...
I don't think this is going to be it. This is an attack in the rack. Unless your people are hanging out in the rack of all places, you know, yeah. I believe... I don't even know what we're going to walk into other than Rashad having a vision of basically the Masquerade getting breached. So I'm sure that whatever they're doing, it's going to be spectacular. At least if it's anyone who knows how to actually fight like a fucking Sabbat. What I've seen so far has been very unimpressive. But
it'll be intentional.
It'll be intentional, and it will be to see how we can clean it up. That's exactly why they do that shit. They follow a masquerade themselves. They just don't call it that. They call it Silence of the Blood. Their rules are similar to ours. But I'll tell you right now, they do it to find out how we clean it up, how we respond to it, what our actions are. It's to gather intelligence so that they can plan later attacks.
I have an idea, but I don't know if it would be just as obvious, but in a different way. What if we caused a power outage in the area? Like a car hitting a pole, so it was lights down, cameras out, everything.
It could be done.
I see the rationale, but I don't know if that would make a difference. Again, Kat, you're the vet here in more ways than one.
I mean,
not to lean on you, but to
no, I get it. This is where y'all look to me for it because, you know, granted, I was a ghoul operating in a war, but I still survived it as a ghoul.
You've seen more than we have.
Yeah. I would say, honestly, it's not a bad idea. But the fact is, the rack is rather large, the one that they're hitting. Having it affect the entire rack is pretty much near impossible. Okay? It is near impossible to evacuate an entire rack that is full of nightlife. They're hitting it strategically because of that. I guarantee you, no one in the HOA has enough fucking business interests in it to actually control it that much because it's a rack. Nobody wants to own a bunch of shit in the rack because it's a feeding ground.
We could. But we could do things to take out power while we're there. For example, like taking out a light pole.
Yeah, you could. You could totally take out power, or you could, you know, shoot out a fucking camera, or you can do things like that to give you some privacy to do shit. But
at the very... Oh, I apologize.
I was going to say, but I'm going to tell you, based on what I saw when Rashad and I saw Bella the other night, they were literally up blocks scoping out shit. So it's going to be impacting blocks.
Gwen, do you have any way of at least impacting the cameras with your expertise, trying to, you know, well, we need to manage what violence is coming. We also need to make sure they want this scene. And if we can hide means of them this being more visible, that might be a priority.
Bo, I'm
as
going to
well.
be real with you. That's not our job. That's the HOA's job.
Okay.
Our job is to make sure it doesn't spill into our fucking domain.
Okay.
That is all we need to be focused on.
Good to know.
Because
also
we are
need
not.
to
Oh, please go ahead. Sorry.
we need to keep an eye out on the mortals as well. We can't afford to let too many of them die, especially if what you think is beneath us is beneath us. And as for your suggestion with the lights, we have to be careful that they don't have any more shadow dancers with them.
Exactly.
I don't think we stand a chance if we have to fight those people in the dark.
The best thing to possibly even potentially take out is the cameras. If that can be done. But if that can't be done, we just fucking deal with it. They are going to break the Masquerade. Hopefully someone in our HOA can get it fucking suppressed.
I wonder if I could get my hands on like a scrambler of some sort to at least like make transmitting signals harder. But that would also impact us.
Yeah.
I've gotten a few high-powered flashlights that might be useful if you find yourself dealing with the La Sombra. I doubt if it's an old one, but perhaps a young, inexperienced one, it might help if anyone would like them.
I'll definitely take one.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It is. It's a good idea. UV flashlights work really well in La Sombra darkness.
Any way I can be support here. It's no secret. I'm not as beefy, as good in a fight as
those that don't fight well. Literally, just engage targets, whether
right.
that's from a
that's
distance.
What I mean.
Yeah, you focus on a target that a fighter is already fighting, for real. Let them fucking fight. Let them fucking take hits. Let them fucking deal hits. But you just engage to distract the opponent.
Right.
So that way they're less likely to fight effectively. Okay? That's literally all you've got to focus on. And for like Gwen, you are an amazing sneak attack. So use that to your fucking advantage, baby. Because for real. And I'm going to tell y'all, do not sacrifice yourself for any of this bullshit that's going to happen. Our most important thing is to secure our domain, to make sure that our domain is secure. However, even more important than that is surviving to fight another night, because even if you have to tactically retreat, at least you survive and you learn and you can adapt. That is how I survived as a ghoul in a fucking Sabbat war. I knew when to fucking get out. Don't go in thinking you're a goddamn hero, because there's only one end for heroes. They die.
I don't intend on being a hero, and
I'm not just saying it to you. I'm saying it to everyone.
no, right. I'm just saying. I'm thinking out loud here. And I'm no coward, but I know what I am. I know what I can do, and
if you have a gun, fine, shoot it. If you have a knife or another weapon, you can get in close. Just don't get in front. Do flank, do back attacks. Yeah, so that you can hit and get the fuck out. Hit, get the fuck out. Hit, get the fuck out. Do what you're capable of.
Yeah.
Okay?
I do.
What? Go ahead.
I want to add one thing. Don't be a hero, but don't be rash either. They know that we don't want a masquerade breach. We don't want people to hurt, generally. And as a result, they're trying to get a rise out of us because we'll make poor decisions.
Yeah, keep your head. Don't go in hangry. Don't go in hangry. It ain't worth it. Okay? For real. Heal yourself if you can. You'll last longer that way. But for real, I'm not going in truly guns blasting myself. I'm gonna tell you right now, I have priorities, because if if they fight, like I know they can fight, there may be things that are called war ghouls there. And if they are, well, they once were people. They have become monstrosities at the hands of my kin. And basically, I'm going to put them out of their misery quick-like. Because they cannot be saved. But once I get that done, I am going to assist Bella or Johnny, if Johnny shows up. Ultimately, y'all can do whatever you feel is right for you, but I'm going to recommend you assist the fighters. If you can, and Gwen, you can basically traverse the whole fucking battlefield, okay? And you can get intel while you're sneak attacking.
Yeah, I'll engage when I can, but at the same time, when I do engage, I'm seen and
Exactly.
have to use limitedly, so I'll try and balance it.
Yeah, that's the thing is balance it. Yeah.
Make sure it's an impactful moment when you have to reveal yourself.
If I see someone's about to take a big hit, I will try and get there to help.
I will also add that death is preferable to allowing one of my cousins to be able to control you.
Exactly.
So if you are separate from someone who can see, well, resist if you can, but death is preferable to that.
However, I'm going to try to request Bella and Johnny, if Johnny shows up, and myself to spare at least one of the Sabat assholes, because I want to interrogate the motherfucker. We need intel. We needed it yesterday. I'm going to get it.
I can get it for you.
You can do that too. Hell, we could tag team the motherfucker because I can make him hurt.
Does anyone need a gun? I have an extra one.
I don't have one. I'm not good with one. I don't know how well it suits my skill set. But if no one else wants it, it couldn't hurt.
Kat literally picks up her walking stick and says, I'm good. Those who know what a shillelagh is knows it's a fucking shillelagh.
So I will hand over a 9mm to Gwen. It's better to have it, not need it, than to need it and not have it.
Exactly.
You see Bo start grabbing the side of his face, his ears. Something's happening or gonna be happening. I can't explain it. I just know. Loud.
Okay, let's go. I'm going to hit the casino to get the guy there to let Johnny know, and then I'll meet y'all where we agreed.
Shot is going to activate toughness.
Okay. So the group is heading over to the rack.
Yeah.
While Kat takes a quick side trip.
Drops a message off.
Okay. You could also just call the bar. The double down.
She'll do that on the way there. She'll do that. She'll call the bar. And she just lets him know to let Johnny know that there's a party a couple blocks over. He knows where. And that Honey thinks he'll have a good time and he should join her.
So you all head over towards the rack. When you get there, give me your wits awareness. We're going to need wits awareness for everybody. This is going to be important.
Do I still hear that sound, Shanky?
It fades a bit, but it's still in the background. It's still in your
so
head.
like tinnitus. It's like vampire tinnitus. Cool.
I'm going to take half.
Okay.
I assume ambush specialty will apply.
Oh, yes.
Does concealed objects apply?
Oh, sure. I'll let you use that too.
Okay.
I was distracted.
Damn,
I'm
Rashad.
spending the willpower on this because why not?
Yeah, let's get that
Not
full. Yeah.
roll in.
Rashad's at 8. Nope. Wait a minute. No. Rashad is at 10 now
10.
with a messy crit. Very nice. It's going to be hard to surprise that. Gwen is at 7.
The beast is on edge tonight.
Yep. Cat with a take half isn't doing as well.
2.
It's 2, but it's at least it's not 0.
It's not 0. So
That's
why I
right.
took half.
Bo is definitely distracted.
She's
One?
not the most
Gwen
aware
will-
person. Yes.
Once people get out of the car, Gwen will do like unseen passage and the silent to death.
Okay. Rashad and Gwen, as you getting out of the vehicle, it's definitely off. You feel it. Don't know what it is you're feeling, but it ain't right. There's something off tonight. Something is not right. Now you've gone essentially 1 block into the, if I could actually see what it says here, because my eyes are kind of not wanting to play with right tonight. You're just a block in Walnut Street, I believe that's called. I think. I can't tell. Close enough. Main Street. It's off. A lot of people are moving. It is a busy street tonight, but the crowd has a vibe, almost as if they can sense what's coming. You also notice that there is a stocky figure on top of one of the buildings. Bella's up there. She's concealed in a bit of shadow, but with an 8 or a 10 and a 7, you can see her. She's watching from one of the tops of the buildings.
Gwen will point her out to Kat.
Cat gives a whistle. Bella knows it.
You see the figure move over to the edge of the building out of sight, but a few seconds later, she comes walking out of the alleyway.
Mhm.
What's going on? Got all y'all here.
Yeah, some of our folks can get vibes.
So it's going to happen tonight?
Yeah. I've called in a friend too.
Yeah, I've got my people spread out. They're going to try to herd people out of the area once something starts happening.
They probably, based on how my companions here are looking, they probably want to get started now. It's a crowded fucking street.
Gwen and Rashad, you can see the crowd parting down the sidewalk and the top of a horned head walking down the street.
Looks like your friend is here.
I'm going to look. Is it a familiar horned head?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. Because a horned head doesn't necessarily mean anything. Okay.
Yeah. It's familiar.
We do have Zamitzi in the city, so.
It's familiar.
Okay.
Doesn't take long for him to come up there. There's a guy behind him tonight that appears to be carrying a bag of golf clubs.
Mm.
And Johnny just steps up. Hey, honey, I heard there's a party.
Yeah.
Hey, sweet cheeks. And he waves at Bella. Bella just rolls her eyes.
I see you brought your caddy.
Yeah, I figured I might need to do a couple rounds here. You said there's a party and you can't have the parties without inviting me. I've got to be here for this
You
one.
got here really quick. I don't think it's quite started yet, but any moment, I'm sure.
He looks back. Yeah, I think I want to have, give me my 9-iron to start. And the caddy reaches into the bag, pulls out a 9-iron, hands it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, Yeah, this feels right to start off. And Bella's still just, you can hear her eyes rolling. You had to bring him? Oh, come now, sweet cheeks. You know, it's not a party without Johnny.
All right, Hawk.
Hawk?
Because those are not fists, those are ham hocks.
Wrecking balls. Come on.
I'm not going to call you Ball.
Now, see, that's okay. We can handle that.
And you also are a ham.
No, I'm just me. Gwen and Rashad. You see Gwen step out of a bar across the street with a man and a woman. She's got her kind of arms around both of them, but the arms are a little high. They're not around the shoulders. It's a taller Gwen, but it's Gwen who just stepped out of the bar across the street. The woman's, the not Gwen, has her arms pretty much around the necks of those two.
Yes, they're stealing our old trick. I know Rashad will point them out.
Yeah, that's not Gwen. And I'm going to start approaching. I'm going to surge my strength.
As you start moving over, the woman's voice rings out. Now, what's your name? And the guy next to her goes, sounded terrified. It's Brad. And what's your name? Nikki? Well, everyone, Brad and Nikki here. They're having a bad night.
Not as bad as you're about to have. And she basically primes up her fucking shillelagh.
And as you're moving closer, there's a loud cracking noise as she breaks both their necks. Mm-hmm. Just discards them.
And I am going to swing.
Okay. So far, this is the only one you've seen.
Yeah, I'm going to swing. She's a target.
Okay.
Can I make some sort of streetwise check to clock the surroundings and just get an idea of routes that either could be blocked off, could be open?
Sure.
Creative.
Go ahead.
Is Wits with that okay?
Yep. You can do that. Rashad and Gwen, you had such a good roll for your wits awareness. I will tell you, this is an obvious distraction, a point of focus. This individual, they're there to draw attention to them.
I'm just going to pull on a ski mask, and I would like to use Scry the Soul to just scan my surroundings for vampires.
Okay. Go ahead.
Gwen is also going to look around to see if she can see what the other hand is.
Okay. You're watching for the others?
7 with a crit, I think, on the streetwise.
There's several places. A couple of the alleys look like somebody has recently moved the garbage cans to block quick access through them. A number of them. Somebody has set this up to try to trap people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Kat is going to be swinging. We'll come back to you in a minute, just so you know. But you already did your roll of 7. Good to have for now. Rashad and Gwen notice it. Both ends of the street. About 3 blocks up. Both directions. You hear the car crash. A series of them.
Are we the only ones that hear it?
Oh, over the crowd, too busy, close to you, going, oh my God. Couple blocks up, you two notice it above everyone else's distraction.
Get ready.
The streets have been blocked at this point.
Yeah, I dare say the party started.
Do I see any vampires around us?
No,
With 9?
none around you other than the ones you've already identified. You can't see all the way down the street. That's the problem. Vlad, before we get into the festivities, you were on the street. You know why you were here. What are you doing when you see these two's neck broken?
Let out a long, protracted sigh, but otherwise do nothing.
You just gonna back up a little and just stand there and watch?
Mm-hmm. I'm like under an awning, just sort of leaning against the building, just watching.
Cat, your stick comes out.
Yeah, it's a weighted stick. It's got a lead center in the fucking knot. So.
And you crack knock Gwen right in the side of the head.
Yeah.
Now to start taking I need to run me a note sheet here so I can keep track. There we go. So I can track that. Staggers her down a little bit.
Oh, I bet, because she's now got a big old hole in the side of her head.
What is everyone else doing before we go any further? Let me go around. Callum, what are you doing? You're muted. We don't hear you.
Making sure I have my weapons ready to pull out, watching Rashad closely, and just keeping an eye around us.
Okay. I'll tell you all right now, crowd was a little shocked at the two broken necks, but this is one of those cases where people haven't run off screaming. They just saw a woman crack another woman in the head with a stick. This is the kind of shit where people are like, they backing up, but they watching. This is a spectacle at this point. Rashad, what are you doing?
I'm drawing my guns and I'm keeping an eye on the cars that appeared.
Okay.
See if anything's getting out.
Right now, you see them off in the distance. It's hard to get a good clear sight of them, but they've definitely blocked the road. Bo?
Yeah, I will. I'll pull out a shotgun from a bag I have and take aim at fake Gwen. And if she starts making a move at Cat, I will engage to help Cat out.
And Gwen, you're still invisible for now.
Yeah, so couple questions on the scene in general.
Okay.
So have people started pulling out phones?
A few have. Why, yes, they're wanting to videotape this woman smacking another woman in the side of the head with a stick.
Yeah. So
It was fast as lightning, too. It's like, whap, whap.
Gwen is... So change of strategy. I hate to spin blood like this. Gwen is going to do Masks of 1,000 Faces.
I will point out, as you don't have Ghost in the Machine, you won't fool cameras.
That's okay. She wants to be nondescript enough so she can knock phones out of people's hands or take them without them recognizing who she is to follow her.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah. So Mask of 1,000 Faces, gain another hunger. And she's going to start swiping phones.
You're going to just start moving through the crowd, swiping phones. Give me, just to see how fast you can do all this, because there's a lot of crowd there, just give me a Dex Athletics. I mean, there's no failure. It's just a question of how quickly you can navigate the crowd.
Could I make an argument for like stealth?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll let you have that.
I'm going to guess shadowing wouldn't apply. This isn't really shadowing.
No, it's not following somebody.
Oh, thank God.
3. Okay. That's just to determine how fast. Now, the woman, after she gets ahead, she staggers a bit. Then her head comes up. We touched a nerve.
No, I'm just cleaning up the trash.
We're just getting started.
Yeah, you're the distraction. My friends will take care of yours. And I go to it again.
This is where the screams start at both ends of the street. You all can't miss it. The crowd begins to scream in terror. You don't know what's happening, but from the north side, people are surging south towards you. From the south side, people are surging north towards you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Cat knows what this is.
Rashada's going to move closer to. That's Bo, is the squishiest person nearby, and is ready for whatever comes.
Johnny looks over at Bella and he moves his head, and then you see him. Well, the crowd's trying to crowd in on him. It's not working too well for him. He starts plowing his way north. Literally plowing through the crowd. Now, Bella's a big girl and she's, kind of strong. She's not quite the plow that Johnny is, but Bella begins to try to move south down the street to investigate what's causing the screaming. Rest of the group, now that you have new info, Kat's going to be swinging again. You're just going to try to deal with her?
I'm trying to eliminate her, then I can focus on helping the others.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get too far, I do have another question. Sorry, I know I have a lot. We didn't specify this, but I think we've used comms for communication before. Can we assume competency with that and that we have comms?
Yes,
Yeah.
we have comms.
Okay, just want to make sure.
It's very cheap to get little radios, earbuds, those kind of things. It's real cheap. It's not a hard thing to do. So let's see, Callum, what is your plan now that the screaming has started? Kat's obviously going to be beating this woman in the head and be beating not Gwen.
Oh, I'm going to be
Callum-
hitting ribs. I'm going to be hitting everything.
Callum will pull out the hand cannon, and since Bo has a shotgun, I don't feel a need to put a suppressor on it.
I don't have my heightened senses on, so we're good there.
And I'll stand on the opposite side of Bo from Rashad, looking the other way.
Feel so loved.
Okay, Rashad?
He has the Magnum out and ready to shoot. He will make a very pointed effort to be able to see where at least 4 of us are. I don't think I can see Gwen, but he will let the other Camarilla people do what they do.
Okay, Bo?
Like I said, if I see what's her faux Gwen go in aggressively towards Cat, I will fire a shot off.
Okay. And Gwen, you're knocking phones out.
If she can get close to me, I do have a stick.
Right. Like I said, if she takes a step towards you,
I walk softly and carry a big fucking
It's obvious, Bo, that yes, this woman is moving in on.
Blam.
Yep. So I'll have you fire first.
Okay.
Which will be
What about-
Dex firearms or Composure firearms. Let's go with that. Kat, you might as well do your roll here
I
too.
already did. I got 4.
You got 4?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Louise.
Oh, hang on, wrong die.
Hey, it doesn't matter if you miss. You still engaged her.
Right. That's like
That's one die down. Hello, have a target.
Yeah. Like I said, I know that's my role right now.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Okay, so Bo fires off a shot.
Suppressing fire.
Works.
The woman obviously was watching for assistance because as your gunshot goes off, she twists to the side, causing you to miss. But unfortunately, based on her roll, she twisted to the side and ended up hitting a stick with her head.
Yeah, Cat swung like a batter.
As Kat has now hit the other side of her head. So her head bops this way, bops that way.
Got dents on both
Now,
sides.
Callum and Rashad, are you reacting to the fact that this has started here?
Yep, I'm going to fire at her as well.
Okay.
Well, I'll shoot too. Why not? Since we're all shooting people, let's just do it. I'm gonna surge my composure as well.
For Callum,
The surge
obviously.
lasts.
The scene.
Yep, it'll last the
Okay.
scene. Obviously, Callum, Kat's blow is disoriented her somewhat because when your shot rings out, the bullet slams into this woman. Now let me roll for Rashad's hit. Now, for those that know the world or the V5 rules, with each additional opponent, she's losing dice in her pool. Gets easier and easier to hit her. Rashad, as she's reeling from Callum's bullet, you land one in her. Now remember, these are kindred bullets, don't do a lot. But it adds up.
Yeah.
Because at this point, she's got a number of holes.
Mm-hmm. And dents.
Yeah. You don't know what's happening at the north and south side, but the screaming is definitely going on. It's bad.
How's she looking?
Not good.
She's going to call over her shoulder. Thanks, guys. Peel off and help the others. I got this.
Gwen, as you're knocking off phones out of hands, on top of one of the buildings, you catch a glimpse of a white dress.
Gwen will let them know through the comms. Could you tell who it is?
Oh, yes. Becky.
It's Becky.
Is down the street about a block up on top of one of the rooftops watching the events unfold.
Yeah, she'll let them know where Becky looks to be.
Kat's hyper-focused on this chick first. Gonna take her down.
Vlad, as you're standing there, the crowd is starting to push against you because they're being herded. Are you going to do anything to keep the people from crowding you so much?
I'm going to step back into an alleyway.
Okay. You're up against the trash can that's there.
Just doing my best to keep most of this fight in sight because it is fascinating, if nothing else.
Gwen and Rashad, that's where you catch sight of Vladimir just watching.
Gwen has no idea who this guy is.
No, she doesn't. But he stands out because he's not reacting. He's not panicking with the crowd.
With a blind eye, a leather jacket, gray shirt, dark jeans, he looks very out of place. And also not panicked like everyone else.
Rashad will lock eyes with him for a moment before grabbing either Bo or Callum to go and assist Becky in the south with him.
You mean Bella?
No, yeah, Bella, not Becky.
Okay.
There's too many B names.
B names. So many B names.
Man, damn it, I should have been Vladimir.
So,
storyteller,
yes.
With that streetwise roll, conversely, could I try and point out a way for these herded people to go that way?
They're not going to listen to you.
Okay.
The crowd is in full panic. You don't know what they did in the north side, but it's enough to really panic. And it's a massive surge right where you all are standing. It's going to very quickly be difficult to move at all as the crowd begins to press. They don't know that the north end is blocked. The ones coming from the south, the ones from the north don't know the south is blocked. It is going to be unmovable.
Okay.
So, Kat, you're going to continue your fight with this one. I'll make a note of that. Who went north to go towards Johnny?
Probably Gwen, because I don't think she knew where everyone else was going.
Okay.
And I guess since the north happened first, I'm guessing that's where most phones are out, and so she's just following the phones.
As you're moving north, clearly above the crowd of heads, you see a body sail. Broken, ripped up, sailing through the air. Who's going south?
I think the other three of us.
Okay.
Yep. Falling in behind Rashad.
As you're moving south, there's a darkness south. I do need Dex athletics from all three of you.
I'm going to surge my dex.
Okay.
Oh, it rolled.
Man, Rashad, you have the worst luck with hunger rolls. You're up to 4
son of a
already.
Didn't I
God.
say to manage hunger?
Yeah, this is going to be fun. You might want to eat some people soon.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
5. Callum did good.
There's some
6.
dead bodies up north.
Callum, you hear the street light explode as an arc of lightning comes out of it. You managed to easily get out of the way. Bo, you haven't. Let me see about...
I'm assuming willpower will not help me in this situation.
No.
Okay.
And could I use any of that good roll to help Bo get out of the way
No.
of it?
Rashad,
Yeah.
because you were hyper alert based on your earlier roll, you managed to avoid it. But Bo, I'm going to give you 2 superficial as some of the lightning arcs hit you. It's not enough to cause aggravated, thankfully.
Yeah.
This is not a natural occurrence. It seems targeted. As the electricity surged out of it.
Stay close together. And Rashad's going to keep going. Keep pushing forward.
Am I still on my feet at least?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I will be pissed, shake it off, and keep going as best as I can.
If the crowd is getting too close to us, he will fire into the air just to kind of get people to scatter away from him.
Okay. Oh, that helps when you fire the gun, but they're not sure where to go.
Yeah, say it's a flood of people.
Yeah. Where can they go? The panic is set in. It's getting very hard to maneuver. You can see a circle up ahead of some kind where somebody's cleared a clearing. But while this circle has got a clearing, there seems to be another ripple in the crowd where every once in a while you'll see part of the crowd disappear. As in no heads, just drop. That one is moving north.
Do we have any eye on Bella?
No, but she's rather short. So if she's in that opening, you're not close enough to see that she's the one who's caused that circle to be open in the fight.
And keep going.
Okay. You're going to keep pushing down there. Kat, go ahead and give me, did you do your roll already?
8 with a crit.
Damn.
She going down. Ain't no way she gonna beat that.
Nope. This one staggers or drives her to her knees. She's not dead yet, but she's not doing well.
I'm gonna take a stake out from my belt
Okay.
and I'm gonna stake her.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Mhm.
That'll be your action next round. Gwen, as you're still trying to fight north, you can hear Johnny. You can hear his voice clearly, laughing.
Doesn't sound like he's struggling at all.
No, he seems to be enjoying himself. And you do hear him say, you catch something about he needs his 3 wood.
Gwen's gonna make her way closer still, keeping near the alleyways and try and move some of the dumpsters if she can.
That's a smart idea. You're going to try to slide him out of the way?
Yeah, as she's going.
As you're trying to push them, they're not moving. You realize somebody's locked the wheels under them. You can take time to unlatch the wheels to try to get them to roll out of the way. It's just the question, is that what you want to do?
These alleys, there's alleys with dead ends, or the alleys out?
The alleys that are dead ends don't have any blockages in them.
Okay. She's probably gonna take the time.
Okay. That's a good idea, actually. Because once you get it cleared, you might be able to urge people in. Kat is going to be keeping on fighting. Callum, Rashad, and Bo, are you heading towards the clearing or are you heading towards the ripple in the crowd?
I'm going to take Rashad's lead. Not to put that on you, but I'm...
Sure, it's fine. Towards the ripple.
Okay.
And Rashad, I can actually take the lead if you'd like. Callum's a pretty big guy.
It's up to you, really.
I am going to I rouse to heal the 2 superficial.
Okay. As you're moving through the crowd, the burn marks are, I mean, they're still on your clothes, but on your skin, not so much. It's cleared up. Kat, you can tell the person you've been fighting, she's not that skilled.
No, she's not at all. She was fodder, but that's okay. She's going to talk, and I'm going to hit her with a stake.
Okay. Give me your roll.
That's 6 with a crit.
I've got her in the crippled state, so she gets less dice. As you move in for the staking, she moves just enough that you miss her heart, but that adds more damage to her. As you've stabbed her, she takes more damage.
I will try again then, because I'm going to stake her, because she's going to talk.
That's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid. So
she can't fight me in this state, so she's just going to keep squirming back until she hits a wall, and then I'm going to stake her.
as Callum, Rashad, and Bo get closer and closer to this ripple in the crowd, the people coming from that direction trying to flee but hitting the mass of bodies, a lot of them are bloody. They don't seem wounded. They seem to be covered in somebody else's blood.
Have I seen or heard of anything matching this event before?
Give me an intelligence occult roll, please.
And that is surged as well. So let me do this. Oh, oops. Apparently, if you move too quickly, the dice can hit the edge and bounce off.
2? You don't know what this is.
Stay close. And now he's going to be, he has the gun in front of him ready to aim at the first dangerous thing he sees.
You got to get through the street. There's a number of cars there. I have to ask this because I have to ask specifically. How are you navigating the cars that were in the street?
Can we walk on top of the cars?
If you want.
It might be easier than trying to fight the crowd.
Sure, why not? We'll walk on top of the cars. Why not? Let's have fun.
When you hop on top of the car, you clearly see the driver's not in it. They got out. The car suddenly starts to drive through the crowd. Give me another Dex Athletics roll to stay on the vehicle. There is no driver.
Right.
But it's driving.
That's the wrong dice pool.
Yeah. Okay, Rashad, that's not good. Bo did good. Bo, you're going to stay on the vehicle? What are you trying to do? For Callum and Rashad, when the vehicle starts suddenly tires peeling and it moving forward, you tumble right off the back into the crowd.
Am I able to hop onto a close by car? I don't know how many cars are.
Oh, it's a busy street. Yes, you can. You got enough successes.
My goal would be to move on to a non-moving vehicle.
Okay. You jump closer to the ripple in the crowd. You can see kind of what's happening. There is a guy with, his hands are just pure claws. And what he is doing is carving his way through the crowd. He's not throwing them. Just straight carving through people. Anyone that gets in reach, he's tearing into. Nobody wants to get close to him, so they're, trying to pull away from him, but the mass of the crowd's not letting him, so he is carving a path through the crowd.
Um,
Rashad and Callum, right now, you got to try. You're going to be down right now trying to figure out how to stand up in this crowd of people. Then we'll get to you in a minute, Gwen.
do I have eyes on Bella yet from a higher position?
Yes, she is. That circle is Bella.
Okay. Am I able, how far is she from me?
Half a block. But she's locked into combat with some guy. He's a big dude, but it appears she's doing pretty well on her own.
I mean, there's no way I'm going in by myself on Mr. Fingernails. Does it look like Callum and Rashad are being trampled, or they're just down right now?
The crowd isn't able to move to trample him. It's getting too tight, okay. So they can pull themselves up in it because they have guns, and even that crowd isn't going to push hard against them while they have their guns. But it's going to take a bit.
Can I try and help get them up?
No, you had to jump to a different vehicle.
Oh yeah, that's right. Son of a gun. I'll tell them I'm going to Bella.
Okay.
And I'll start trying to car hop to Bella.
Making a note for later. We'll have to deal with this later on. Gwen, you managed to unlock the wheels on one of the cans to move it. Kat, go ahead and give me your roll.
Going to willpower that.
Okay.
Because I want to stake this bitch. We need to wrap her up. That's 4.
Remember, you got to exceed it by 5. So you manage to stab her with the stake again. Now she goes unmoving.
Good. She's torpid. I'm going to pick her ass up and carry her to the trunk.
It's going to be tough in the massive crowd right now. You can try.
I will fucking dominate people and just say, move, okay. move.
Gwen, as the trash can moves out of the way, a figure steps into view at the other end of the alley. Kat is at the other end of the alley. Except it's not Kat. You've never seen a look of hatred like this on Kat's face, except maybe with her brother, but maybe. But what steps around the corner with her can only be described as a inhuman, clawed monstrosity. You've never seen something that looks like this. It is, well, it is your nightmares. And right here, I'm actually going to go to break because the fight's about to change, everybody. See you in 10 minutes as they have to figure out what's about to happen here. And welcome back, everybody. Before the break, the attack on the rack has begun. It started off with Brad and Nikki being killed. Of course, they did. As soon as you heard the names, you knew what was going to happen to them.
Yeah.
By obviously,
we should get stains for those two because they were destined to die.
the weak hitter of the group, because between Kat bitch slapping her with a weighted stick and a couple bullets from the rest of the group just to soften her a little bit more, Kat has handily dealt with the rest of that.
Yeah, she's got the bitch slung over her shoulder now because she's at strength 5. She's using her shillelagh to wade through the crowd
to try to get her into the car. Bo, Rashad, and Callum went south down the street where the road was blocked, fighting through the crowd that's coming from that direction. When one of the light posts, the electricity ended to attack them, causing them to move further into the street. And then when they jumped on one of the vehicles, the driverless vehicle started to move. So you're aware it hasn't stopped trying to move. It is driving through people at the moment. Does create a path for you to move north if you choose. Gwen went towards helping Johnny, but by his laugh, I don't think she figured he needed a lot of help. So she was trying to help find a way for the crowd to escape and moved or unlocked one of the dumpsters to move it out of the way. And as she moved it, Not Cat stepped around in the alley along with the monstrosity. And it's this monstrosity as it comes around the corner. It moves towards you, Gwen, but as it's moving towards you, rather than deal with all the obstructions in the alleyway, it half runs up on the side of the wall where its claws are giving it enough purchase to where it's pretty much running down the side of the wall towards you.
Oh, am I even going to have time to like move? Does it seem like?
Oh no, it's coming. You've got enough time to move as it's coming towards you.
Yeah, she's gonna nope back into the crowd a little bit, and yell. I don't know, monster maybe. I don't know what the fuck she's gonna yell. She's gonna yell something to kind of alert them that there's something that way, and kind of start pushing people in the crowd to try and like convince them to go elsewhere. In the meantime, I guess like, what does the area outside of it look like to kind of tell which direction she could probably go?
The push from the north is lessened a little. You don't know why, but the crowd isn't surging as hard from the north as they were at first. You don't know if it's because Johnny's tied up the slaughter, but it definitely has slowed down a bit.
Okay, so as she comes out then, the people she's pushing to kind of like get the crowd moving, she's going to push back north since there's more room to go that way, and she's also going to go north.
Okay.
And is Becky still, potential Becky still on the roof? Okay.
Bet that bitch wearing my face is Becky.
She's gonna try and get a vantage point though, to where she can like
fire
see
escapes. You can jump over the trash can. It's effort, but you can do it. In a panicked sense, the crowd doesn't try it as much because the brain is just trying to escape. If you want, you can jump onto the trash can and get up on a roof by using the fire escapes.
Yeah, she's gonna do that.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna do that.
So you can get up on the roof. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe shoot out some cameras.
As you're climbing the fire escape, we'll cut to everybody else. Doesn't take you long to get to the roof. You catch a glimpse of Johnny. One guy's got him in got him almost in a head or a double arm lock. But Johnny's big ass foot catches another guy in the chest and sends him flying. Apparently, even though he's held, he's not stopped beating the shit out of the other one that's fighting with him. He's got two. It's got to be vampires to be standing there holding Johnny like that he's keeping busy.
Okay.
You don't see his club anymore.
So as Gwen's climbing, she's gonna let people know that reinforcements, their monsters are coming to the through the comms.
Okay.
And does she see anything else? Or is that all she sees?
It looks like some of the people from the north are scrambling over the car accident. It's just very slow.
Okay.
So while you're watching that, Cat, you're clearing the path towards the car. That's what you're doing right now. It'd take you a minute, but you'll get it. The people.
I'd like to move north at some point before this scene is over.
Oh, you will.
Okay.
You will get to. But you've got to get across the street through the crowd.
We're across the street. It was down the block.
Okay, well, you still got to make it back to the car. You do catch Vladimir as you're moving back. He's under an awning pressed by the alleyway.
It's so not important right now.
I know, but you see him there. He's just watching. Callum and Rashad, you get up in time to see Bo. He's telling you he's going towards Bella, and Bo's heading that way. Bo's using the cars with surprising agility based on his dex check. Much better than dodging the lightning. He's jumping car to car to head towards Bella. So, I see Cat still moving at this turn. Callum and Rashad, what are you doing?
And can we see the nails guy?
You can't. Neither one of you can, because you are on top of the vehicle right now to see him moving towards you.
At 6'6", I can't see over the crowd.
Not to see the guy down under the crowd.
Okay.
Are there any spaces near us that are not, surrounded by people? An
No,
area to
on top of a
catch
vehicle.
your breath, so to speak.
You can try to climb back up on another vehicle.
I would like to use Sense the Unseen.
Okay, give me your resolve all specs.
There is a part of me that wants to rouse for this, but I can't.
3. As the car is plowing forward, the car that you got knocked off of, a shape, just briefly, you catch a shape shooting off it, breaking free of the car. A shape from the spirit world.
Do I see any other wraiths or anything nearby? Then I will try and climb on top of the closest car.
Okay, Callum, are you getting on the car too?
Yeah, I'm going to follow him.
When you get on the car, that ripple you'd seen, it's moving towards you. You see the guy, he's got claws for hands, and he is tearing through the crowd coming towards you. Bo, you find, you get closer just in time to see Bella roundhouse kick some dude right in the side of the head.
Need a hand?
If you want, I got him, but if you want to jump in.
Hey, I can at least make it a little easier for you.
This chump right here.
Blam.
Okay. So, Kat, you get the
I'm going to put her in the trunk and stick the stake right in her fucking heart.
Okay, well, yeah, when she's torpid, she can't resist the stake move.
Resist it then. So
yeah, you don't miss.
Vlad, get her in the back of the vehicle, fucking stake her, cover her up with a goddamn tarp.
Vlad, you see her carry this body, throw it in the trunk, and then close the trunk lid.
Mm-hmm. It's more
nod
like a hatchback. It's an SUV.
Gwen, the monstrosity, leaps into the crowd. And it's all claws and terror as it rips through everything it touches.
Okay. What she is going to do is she's going to take one of the phones she has and she's going to chuck it at it.
Okay, I got to ask a question real quick. I got to ask. I'm asking Vladimir something real quick. I need to know something. Real quick.
She's going to... Can I say what I'm going to do? Or
yeah,
what
go
I
ahead.
Do? Okay. She's going to chuck it at it and yell to try and get its eyes looking at her.
Okay. The phone, I can tell you now, does not. This thing is pretty much in a state of frenzy. A phone is not going to distract it at all. It is
Yelling
pure
doesn't
killing.
either, I take it.
So I'm going to go around. Kat, what are you doing?
Heading north.
Okay. Callum.
I work my way to where Gwen reported it.
Okay. Callum and Rashad, you've got. Well, the ripple in the crowd's coming straight at you.
At least, do you want to stand your ground, Mr. McFarland?
Are you going to be able to help me with this?
We'll see what I can do.
I will say, you can evade it. He's cutting his way through the crowd. But if you do so, you are leaving a lot more mortals to be slaughtered. This is an ethical choice in a lot of ways right
Cutting
here.
through means they're not surviving.
You
Yeah.
could add more.
Callum can't make that choice at this point. So, and Rashad and I had talked about something. So he's going to kick in awe and jump down off the car toward this ripple. And
Okay.
I'm going to move laterally so that whatever this is will hopefully notice me and turn its side or back to Rashad.
Okay. This man,
shoot it.
he's clawed. He's quick. He's a real fighter. You can tell by his move. His attacks are calculated. It's not frenzied. So you're going to engage that. Bo, you're going to be jumping in on Bella's fight?
Yeah.
Sneak in and attack? Gwen, you threw your phone. It did nothing.
Is Gwen on the roof?
Yeah.
Has it come up to the roof?
No, it's not. It's frenzied. It was sent into the crowd. It was going after whatever it could find.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
Essentially, my plan is to shoot, move to have Bella in between me and it, shoot, kind of keep moving around. So Bella's always between me and thing we're fighting.
Kat, as you're moving north, we'll come around the table, have everybody's actions. As you're moving north, Kat, you get a little bit up because not as much pressure from the north. But this thing is the only way to describe it. You see it.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah, well, you see it leap over you. It lands behind you somewhere in the crowd.
I'm going to ignore it for now, and I'm going to keep walking because there was a not me also in that alley.
Okay. The location it landed at, give me real quick, I don't know, intelligence awareness maybe?
Sure. I'll do something. It doesn't really matter. My wits and intelligence are the same.
Does Gwen see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gwen, it's leapt towards that strange man that was standing under the awning in that direction.
She has no idea who that guy is. She does not care.
That's valid.
Okay. So,
That I love.
Let's see what Kat gets.
okay. So intelligence.
Yeah, you can go awareness, maybe streetwise, for determining spatial awareness, whatever you think
Okay,
will work for that.
I'm going to do, academics.
Okay, you can do that.
Fuck it. It's only 4, but I'll roll it. Goddamn.
4.
Goddamn.
Success on every die. You're pretty sure the way it's leaped will put it pretty close to Vladimir.
Okay. Well, you know what? If he can't handle a fucking warghoul, he ain't much of a fucking werewolf.
So you're moving up towards Johnny?
Yeah, I'm gonna move towards that alley to see if I see the not me. Because if I see the not me, that bitch is going down.
As you move up to the alley, not you is not there.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep heading towards Johnny.
Okay. Callum, give me your attack roll. Wait a minute. Let's ask this way. Since you and Rashad are together, who's attacking first? Rashad or Callum? Now, there is a mechanical, as storyteller, I will tell you, there is a mechanical benefit to whoever has the highest attack skill rolling second. Whoever has the best dice pool should go second because I always let the players have the benefit of the first one to attack has to face the full pool while the second one has them at a reduced pool.
Gotcha. So I have 6 dice.
Okay.
And then if I
Rashad should
surge,
probably go first.
Wait, if you're, I have 7 with the surge.
Okay.
So if you have more than that,
So if
I have 6 and then plus the surge.
okay, so 8 versus 7. Actually, it doesn't matter then. Whoever wants to roll first, roll.
Go ahead, Rashad.
all right.
I feel good about your rolling.
As long as it's not a hunger roll.
Yeah. What the fuck is happening to my dice tonight? Jesus Christ. Rashad, you got 5 on your shooting him. I got 2. Rashad fires his pistol. Bullet kind of catches him by surprise. The guy didn't expect to get shot. Doesn't stop him, but You tagged him good with that shot. Now we can have Callum roll.
All right. This. Oh, and then I hit the surge before, right?
Yep. You just click the surge and roll it and see what we get here. Let's see. 6. Callum, apparently this guy did not expect you both to shoot him because you both managed to pull a bullet in this guy, and he doesn't manage to touch either.
No, this is a hand weapon.
Oh, with your sword?
Yeah.
He doesn't manage to get hold of you at all.
Okay.
His claws are stopped dead as you're meeting up with both of you. It's caused him to step back a minute. Less of a let's keep pushing. Now he's going to fight tactically against the two of you. Bo, go ahead and give me your roll. You come in with your knife. You managed, with your shotgun?
Yeah.
Shotgun hits him and spins him a little. He didn't know you were there.
Peekaboo.
And his head looks that way, and that's the problem. He shouldn't have been distracted because Bella suddenly comes in with a punch. It's a boxer's punch. It's not a roundhouse. It's a boxer's uppercut, which lifts him off his feet and puts him right on his ass. Kat, as you're moving closer to Johnny, you come up to Johnny's in a headlock with one guy.
He's in a headlock?
Yeah, and then he stands up. And the guy's legs are just in the air kicking as he just continues to fall all the way backwards.
Yeah.
And slam dude to the ground. The other one is picking himself up off the ground.
Oh, I'm going to literally swing away with the fucking shillelagh.
As he's coming towards Johnny. Go ahead.
I'm going to swing away.
You can see marks. It's clear that Johnny's not avoided any damage at all. But even 2-on-1, he's done a lot more to the other guys than they've done to him. Their clothes are ripped. You do see that his wood is broken.
Yeah.
He broke one club. The other one is bent.
Caddy?
What? His caddy's standing back at the edge of the ring of people.
Okay. Making sure the caddy's still safe.
The caddy's standing there with the bag, looking at it, waiting to be called to get handed another item because the 9-iron is bent, crooked.
Yeah.
And on the ground.
Yeah.
He didn't use carbon fiber. It's obvious he had metal clubs tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I
got 6.
Oh, that's good.
I got 6. I'm going to crack his fucking melon.
Dude stands up.
And I literally...
And is about to jump on Johnny, who's on his back with dude under him.
Uh-huh. And
your blow catches dude right in the side of the head.
Yeah.
Causing him to stumble back to the ground.
Yeah.
Vlad, this monstrosity lands not on you, but near you. Taking out 2 people. Then its eyes look at you. Something off about this creature. You don't know what it is.
I will turn to my right in the airspace next to my head and just say, no, I'll handle it. And I will take a few steps forward and I will spend rage to insta-pop to my war form. As I go from guy in black leather jacket to werewolf with sharp yellow eye, only one because the other's still milky. And then just like 9 feet of dark coarse fur and very wicked sharp claws.
I will say this isn't a fair fight. Not even remotely. But as the blood splashes, there's a hint of lupine blood in this creature.
Yeah, then I definitely rip it apart.
You don't know where it came from. You don't know if it's not strong. It's definitely not a lupine. but it's got lupine blood in its system.
Could I surmise that since these are a bunch of vampires, that it probably drank some?
Yeah, that might be a good assumption.
Okay. But yeah, I tear it to shreds. I look bored doing it.
Gwen, what are you doing?
Okay. So
You see this werewolf.
Oh, another thing happens, storyteller, when I pop into war form. Sorry, forgot to mention. How many humans see me?
Yeah, because they're going to go into basically, yeah.
Yep.
A number of them right there around you.
Yeah.
Cool. They immediately panic and forget the last 10 minutes to an hour, depending on how good their willpower is.
Mhm.
Delirium's in effect.
Yeah.
Actually, all
Good,
humans
just
that will
walk
see
around
me.
then.
Yeah.
The
I
human
have-
mind breaks when they see
A werewolf.
a werewolf.
Yeah, it's a genetic panic, which is interesting.
Yeah, it is.
But it doesn't affect vampires. Gwen, you see this werewolf suddenly in the crowd or fighting the monstrosity. It's not a fair fight. The werewolf is handing it its ass.
Yeah, but now she's doubly not concerned about him because she knows that he's on their side and that he can fucking do more than she can. And Johnny's fight is Johnny's good.
Cat's also helping now. You can.
Cat's
Yeah.
jumped in on it. And yeah.
Does she see any other places that need help from her vantage point?
It's down the block a bit. You're pretty sure Bella's got hers handled. Rashad and Callum are facing off against the guy. You can only tell because even though he's not killing everybody, the crowd is moving away from him still because of how many he has killed. So a circle is opening up around Rashad and Callum with the clawed creature in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, she is gonna start making her way over there. And she's probably gonna try and do as much as she can on the roofs because she has, or like roof/fire escapes because she has the most mobility up there.
You can, I'll say that
And-
you can go building top to building top as long as you're not crossing the street. You can just, even the alleys aren't that wide. You can get down now. Once you hit the end of the block, you're going to have to come down it to go further, but you can get a good portion of it advanced as you're moving that way.
Okay, I will say as she's doing this, I am going to switch back to Silence of Death and Unseen Passage because they are hiding on the roofs and I do not want to deal with that if I don't have to.
Okay. Callum and Rashad, you're in the fight. Who's rolling first? Go with it.
Mhm.
I'll go again, unless you want to change it up.
No, that's fine.
I'm gonna spend the willpower on that because why not? We're gonna fight for our lives here. Why not? Help up.
Give me 1 second to double check something here. Okay. You fire this guy time. The guy knows it's coming. He easily ducks out of your shot. I'm going to tell you, because you missed, you think you shot somebody in the crowd. Only 2 successes. You might have hit another person. It's hard not to in this. Callum, go ahead.
And I'm gonna willpower.
You're using your Gladius tonight?
Yes.
As you come in with the Gladius, this time the guy expecting the attack, he ducks under your blow and his claws come ripping into you. He doesn't get a good hit, but he hits hard enough. They're feral weapons. It's not halved by your toughness. So you're going to take, it's still subtracted at least, but let me actually double check. It's been a while since I had a vampire fighting each other like this. Yep. It's not halved. But it does reduce the damage you take. You still take 3 superficial from these claws. They are really sharp. Kat, we will, if you don't want to keep rolling, you and Johnny can be cleaning up your 2. Now that you've pulled the second one off him, he's going to have no problem.
Oh, yeah. No, he can take care of his, and I've got this guy.
Yeah. Because Johnny, even though he's fighting his, every once in a while when he sees an opportunity, his arm will lash out and he'll punch the other guy or hit him in the back of the head once.
Yeah, of course.
As the fight goes on.
Teaming like a pro pair here.
Bo, go ahead and give me a roll. Let's see how Bo does here. Oh, that's too many dice. Oops.
Am I able to willpower an attack roll?
Yes, you can. Three. As you shoot, he moves, and it hits the concrete beside him, or the tar of the road, ricocheting off. It's at this point, let me roll for Bella. Bella's arm reaches out and locks on Guy's neck. And his neck turns black.
Ooh.
Shrivels.
That head gonna pop off.
Almost desiccated. As you don't know what she's done. You've not seen this power used before.
So nice.
But she has rapidly decayed his neck. Yes, it doesn't do well when the head attached to said neck.
Yeah. The head gonna go rolling. And
Yeah.
turn to ash or corpse, depending on how young it is.
Yes, this is a death here. So, Gwen, as you're moving down towards it, Vladimir, you're still fighting yours, but you're tearing it to pieces. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, I can't even enjoy it because it's not even a challenge.
No.
So I'm just... This werewolf looks very put out for being 9 feet tall and dangerous.
It's clear. It has the frenzy, the ferocity of an attack, but it lacks the cunning of a true hunter. It only thinks of attack. It doesn't plan its attacks. It just... You're almost able to second guess its moves before it does them.
Then I don't even use my claws. I just start beating it with its own arms. Fucking stupid, useless waste of...
Callum and Rashad, you're the only ones still fighting. We'll finish up the combat with you two.
Rashad will continue shooting, but he will step forward once he sees Mr. McFarlane get hit to kind of present a second target, so that way the person has to choose between who it wants to go after.
Okay. Go ahead, and you, since you're stepping up to it, let's get your attack roll first. Most of my rolls were garbage, but not that one on Callum this time.
Weird, it didn't work.
You got 4. You're not going to willpower that? You're still shooting though, right?
Yeah, still shooting. No willpower this time.
Okay. Your bullet strikes him as he ignores you and still comes into Callum. Callum, here we go. Opposed roll.
Yes, and while we were moving around, I was asking where Gwen was.
Gwen is moving towards you. It's going to take her still to get there because you were down the block a bit.
No,
Okay.
I think he meant like asking like in the comms and stuff, asking Gwen, and Gwen will tell her that she's on her way.
Yeah, where she is and where she's coming from.
Yeah, and she'll tell him north on my way.
Just because I wanted to continue to move laterally so that I, try to draw him, put his back to where Gwen's coming from.
Now, for all this noise, this has not even been real time, not even 5 minutes. It's combat. It's quick paced.
Cat'll put in the comms. North is clear.
4. You don't have to keep rousing, by the way, Callum. Once you rouse, it stays for the whole scene.
Oh, okay.
We don't use the rouse every turn rule because that's silly and makes it not worth rousing.
Okay.
So
I got that first success. So that's all I need.
Once again, you come in with your Gladys. It's quick. But he doesn't catch you as good this time. You were expecting him to pull that. You only take 1 superficial. Just 1.
Okay.
Your unnatural hardness of your skin absorbs a lot of the blow. You take 1 whole superficial. Bo and Bella has finished their fight, but they got to work their way. Cat, as Johnny finishes off his by literally pulling dude's neck from his body, he sees you as you finally beat yours down into submission. Now that's how you do it, honey.
I know what I'm doing.
I had him.
I know you did, but it doesn't hurt to help a guy out.
I was wanting to kick my boot in him a few more times.
Next time.
Okay, next time. That's fine.
Heading south out.
And now that the fighting isn't going on there, people have, as soon as the 2 guys go down, the crowd surges past them. You also see the crowd scrambling over every dumpster. Some of them jumping through windows down the street. You don't know what has caused this level of panic, but people have really started panicking. They're jumping through the glass windows, anything to get out of the street now.
As we get closer to the werewolf, we will know.
Some have probably even fainted because that's a side effect too.
They can faint too, yeah.
Gwen, what are you planning to do when you reach Callum and Rashad?
She's gonna try and attack the person that they're fighting.
And she's also obfuscated.
Yeah.
Give me one more roll from Gwen, Rashad, and Callum.
And from this enemy's perspective, he's about to get hit by the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Let's see. First one to attack. I'm going by just the order they were rolled. We'll do it that way.
Oh, hell yeah.
Rashad, Callum, Gwen. What's your toughness, Callum? 42-2. Ooh. Rashad, you do manage to connect. Once again, putting a bullet in him. In a state of frenzy, though, Callum, you had 3 successes. He had 7. So the margin was 4. It bumps to 6 because the claws are +2. Minus your toughness, you're going to take 4 superficial. That puts you 1
at ag,
4 or 3 ag, 2 superficial left on your track. But as he does this, Gwen manages to come in with the sneak attack.
With advantage.
And it's that sneak attack that brings him down. Callum is hurt, torn up, shredded. As the combat is over, The crowd is scrambling. What is everybody doing now that the fight's over and everybody's scrambling?
Heading back to the car.
Okay.
Rashad is helping
Wins?
Mr. McFarlane.
Yeah, Gwen's probably trying to help Callum too.
Yeah.
He can move. He's hurt really bad, though.
And I can mend myself while we're
You can heal
moving, right?
the 2 superficial. 1 rouse check will get rid of the 2 superficial. The ag is going to take 3 days to fully heal.
Yeah, because you can only rouse to heal that once a day.
Yep. So you failed your rouse check, you get hungrier, but you can get rid of the 2 superficial damage.
What's Bella doing?
Bella stomps on the neck, which pulls the head completely off.
She's gloating.
And she actually roars at the crowd, is the best way to describe it, as she screams, causing the crowd to run even further away from her. She's trying to she don't know that the fight's over on the other side of the street. She's now trying to scare the crowd out of the rack.
Yeah, let her know the fight's done elsewhere.
She don't have comms with you all.
Has that been communicated?
Yeah, I said north was clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems like everything's clear, Bella.
Good. Shit, this is a mess to clean up. You all get out of here. I'm going to try to take care of this.
Nothing we can do. We're good. You sure we're good to go?
Well, the cameras around here are all off. That's not the problem. Thank God. The problem is whoever recorded anything on their phones. I've got to get in contact with Victoria.
Be safe. Be safe. I'll go connect with the others.
But the police are coming, and you know they're coming.
Yeah. Need me to tell them anything?
No, you don't want to know. Anyone who sticks around when they show up.
Not the police. No, need me to tell the rest of my
keep
group.
Your heads down for the next few days while we clean it up.
All
That's
right.
it.
Be safe, and I will go try and connect with the others.
And the crowd has finally started to get clear, though. In some places, as you're getting closer, you come up to Rashad and Callum, but as you're moving further north, Callum's tattered form carved up and rented. You do see a number of the buildings have their windows busted out. People dragging themselves through the broken glass to get away from the street. Even though it's all over, for some reason, these people are still panicked. You don't know why.
Cat is approaching the werewolf.
Have you shifted back now?
Nah.
Okay.
She's approaching the werewolf.
And so you can see the werewolf there in the street.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm not moving away from Cat specifically, but I'm sort of just lazily trailing since I'm already in my form, might as well. And I'll just start getting closer to humans that aren't as affected, so they're more affected, things like that.
And you can hear Johnny's voice over the crowd. Now, come on, people, you need to get out of here before I get mad again. He's doing his part to encourage people to leave the area.
Vladimir.
Katerina.
Oh, you can talk in that form. That's fascinating. Yeah. Meet us at this address, and she gives you the address so we can talk.
He takes it in his very bloody claws.
The monstrosity, you notice, its limbs were taken off, and it looks like they were used to beat it to death.
Oh, also, did it have one or more hearts?
It only had one.
Okay, I'm taking it. You see, in my left claw is
it's a human heart.
It's a human heart that I'm just holding.
100% human heart. It's not a kindred heart, because kindred's heart would be shriveled.
Not going to yuck your yum. Yeah, because we got to clear out. You should probably clear out too, but meet us there. Okay.
What address did you give him?
I gave him a bar that's near our place that we hang out.
Okay. So I will let you see Callum come up. His suit's ripped. His skin is ripped. It's clear he's hurt.
Callum,
Is everyone all right?
I'm fine.
You're not even sure Gwen's hair's out of place.
Yeah, Gwen, like, she looks like shell shock, but she looks perfectly fine.
Oh, I do have one in the back. She's staked. I'm going to interrogate the fuck out of her. And she basically, Kat starts driving out once everyone's in the car.
Now, you've got one small problem. The road is blocked.
How the fuck are we supposed to leave?
Can you ask the werewolf to move the cars? He seems pretty
I'll pull
strong.
up to the werewolf and say, hey, can you clear us a way out?
And I just go and just like casually kick, a car off to the side, shove another, like tip it so that they have a space to drive,
And
move
you
corpses
see
as needed.
A horned guy with, looks like he's got a putter in his hand. You'd swear it's the putter he's got in his hand. And he's just staring at you with a dumbfounded look.
Wouldn't a driver make more sense in a battle?
No, I done bit my driver and broke that one.
Oh,
Don't see that every day.
You brought the entire golf bag. All right.
I'm just going to call you Harry from now on, whoever you are.
Vlad, please.
I'm Johnny. Just call me Johnny. I think you should be fun to party with. You should come find me sometime. Just ask around. People know who Johnny is.
I'll look him up and down and try to memorize him as best I can. Fair enough. But yeah, I'm just, shoving cars, corpses. It don't matter. Any roadblock. I give them enough of a path to where even if they drive over some stuff, it won't impede
They have to
them.
cut the sidewalk a little bit, but the crowd is gone at this point.
Yeah, I navigate.
All right.
There are a lot of bodies in the street.
And once I see them get through most of it, I'll shift down. And I'm still fully clothed. There's not a tear on any of the stuff on me.
And so you all retreat from the wreck. You're riding in your car. I'll give you a scene in the vehicle if you wish to talk before you have to go meet with Vladimir, but it's not like the lady in the trunk is going to be a problem.
No. I'm going to meet with Vlad at the bar after I take everyone back.
would you like me to join you?
It's up to you. If you want, stay with Callum. He's hurt. I'll be safe. It's fine.
I've never met the werewolf before.
You can come with.
Thank you.
I will stay with Mr. McFarlane. You fought very well tonight.
We'll talk after I have some time to decompress.
We're just going to leave this in your car until you're ready for it?
Yeah, I've got somewhere to take it. I think she needs a doctor. And that's all Kat says.
And as Gwen's getting out and going with Kat, Callum will put his hand on her arm and thanks, Gwen.
Will anything happen to you?
I appreciate the backup.
Wish I could have done something more.
Well, because of you, I'll be able to go suit shopping tomorrow night.
I wouldn't go out for a few days. Bella said to lay low for the time being, not to
and it's gonna
deflate your balloon.
And it's gonna take you a few nights to heal up, Callum.
Probably smart.
I will say, none of you broke the masquerade.
No.
With using your powers overtly.
Mm-hmm.
Not a one of you.
No, we didn't.
None of you. Vlad's
little victories.
Little victories.
It doesn't matter that the humans forgot. I did break the masquerade.
How does someone get to the point where they're just so okay with wanton violence like that?
It's part of the conditioning of the Sabbat. It is part of the conditioning.
of that relates to just trying to survive.
It's not just that.
That goes beyond survival.
It's using terror to control. It's part of the Sabbat conditioning.
Shame.
Gwen, I'll let you know when I'm ready for your assistance with the bitch in the back. But here we are, guys. You guys can go ahead and get out. I'm going to go meet up at the bar.
Did you say Gwen's going with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You want to follow in your car, Gwen, or you want to ride in mine?
I'll ride with you if you don't mind. I'm a little bit shaken up.
Okay. And so we'll go to the bar and meet with Vlad.
Okay. We'll come back to that. Does Callum, Rashad, and Bo need to talk before we go to the Vladimir scene? Or is
Fine,
everyone
as long-
in stunned silence?
We can go to the Vlad scene.
Okay. As you arrive at the bar, Vladimir's there because he didn't have to take a side trip to drop people off.
You see me set up in a table. I have a bottle of vodka, a bottle of scotch, a bottle of Jack Daniels, it's every basic type of alcohol plus a bottle of wine with enough glasses for the whole coterie if they showed up.
Oh, okay. Well,
Only the two ladies.
And you also see that already, like, two-fifths of the vodka are already gone.
And Kat will let Gwen sit down first, and I will sit and I will grab a bottle of.
There's also shot glasses if you guys wanted that.
Yeah, I'll grab a bottle of. Oh fuck it! I'll take the whiskey, and be like, I'm just taking this one home with me.
I purchased it. I purchased all of these outright. Whatever you don't take, I am.
Okay, thanks. So I reached out. By the way, thanks for whatever you did. How long does that work on the people?
They'll forget anything from I've seen as little as 10 minutes all the way up to hours and sometimes longer.
Damn.
Depends on the willpower, I would suppose, is the way to describe it.
Damn.
The average human is weak-willed enough that it does not matter. They will react as you saw.
Oh, that's, bad that, it freaks people out, but good that they forget. Shit.
When I was chasing them away, one of their belt loops snagged on some loose piece of metal or something, and I just watched the man's pants get torn completely off. Kept running.
Kept running. Okay.
Sounds like you enjoy it.
Humans being scared, what's not to love? I think the Sabbat went a little heavy-handed with their tantrum, but...
Do they know how to do it any other way?
The really dangerous ones.
True.
That pitiful excuse of horrid monstrosity, while it wasn't effective, it does have me concerned.
Why?
I could easily smell the blood of mine amongst it.
Does Kat have any knowledge of that?
No. That's
Because
a
she
new one.
worked on ghouls.
Yeah, that's a new one.
With what you all can do, I would assume it probably drank some. And I have
Ghouls
seen...
don't typically drink like us. And what
Then maybe-
that horned that creature was a ghoul.
Hmm.
Formed by one of my specific kind to serve one purpose, and that is to fight. They don't think, they don't plan, they have no tactics. It is just to fight.
Well, it did so poorly.
Yeah. Well, against you, most things would. But I've never heard of them doing anything with blood of your kind with them.
I have even seen what our blood does to all of you when you drink it. Have you ever seen someone go into, I believe it's called roid rage?
Yeah. Okay.
Our
yeah.
drinking from us is essentially a combat high for all of you.
Oh, nice. Okay. I'll tuck that away for future knowledge.
the fury that it demonstrated was similar to what I've seen.
Huh.
Although if it is not something that drinks it, I don't know how it would be affected. Our blood is.
Do you think it might have been kin?
If it was, there's about to be a lot less Sabbat in your city.
I wouldn't complain about that. I can give you some names if you like. But seriously.
Wouldn't matter.
Okay. So, yeah. Like I said, I don't know. But I've been away from that whole side of our kind for 20 years. So I couldn't tell you what they're doing now as far as the details. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, the ghouls can't feed like us. So, I mean, it could have been force fed to them to make them stronger.
What if its associated kindred had drank?
That could have been too.
And then gave it its blood?
Yeah, that could have been too.
If the fury would pass on like that, that would be.
Yeah, I don't know if it does or not.
And also, hello, my name is Vladimir Milosevic.
Sorry, this is Gwen Schultz. She's another one of my companions.
Nice to meet you.
I'm just glad my pack wasn't here. They would have been bored senseless.
Oh, I know. But thank you for doing what you do and confusing people, because that'll make things a little easier for us. Especially
matter of convenience. I'd already turned. Why not herd some humans? We used to do it all the time.
Still, the act is appreciated. I reached out to you because I was hoping maybe one of your kind. I don't know. I'm sure not all of you live out in the woods. That maybe one of your kind might have some intel on Sabbat interests, Sabbat holdings, things like that. Because, yeah, I'm not bringing the war out to where I'm building. I'm handling the war right here in the city.
Appreciated.
So I need intel. I need all the intel I can get. I snagged one tonight. I'm going to interrogate, but I would like to know whatever your side may have on things, so that I can try to nip this shit in the bud.
There's several spirits I could ask, but I know of someone. I've only met them a handful of times, but I know someone who would probably be able to provide quite a wealth of information.
Excellent.
They would be far less willing to work with you than I am.
Fair.
So it would probably be a harsher negotiation if you wished to speak with them.
That's fair.
What would they ask for? Do you know? What are they like?
Modern. They're incredibly modern.
I can work with that.
Enough money, and it would garner some interest, but that's a secondary concern. Most of them are already rather wealthy.
Yeah, but information's always more valuable.
Especially information. Well, it would depend on what is asked of you, but what you'd be willing to share on your kind might be of interest.
Yeah.
Oh, you are so lucky you did not have to speak with a Strider. The joke is lost on all of you, but it is funny to me.
Do you want to explain?
There's a certain group of ours that despises all of you. I can't say I blame them. They're not allowed to go home because of it. And I mean that in a very literal sense.
I'm sure there's a group of us who despises you too.
Oh, without a doubt. I think they said the ones that screwed them over personally were followers of something. I can't ever remember the name.
Oh. Set?
That's the word. Yes, Set.
I
No,
know
it
some of
was
those are not
it
great
was not
people.
Snot. Calm down. Thinks he's funny, and he points at the space next to him.
Yeah. So if, let that individual know I'm interested in negotiating.
And more than likely, you will have to meet them on their turf.
Fair.
Which means I would assume a high-rise bank tech center. I'm not certain.
Okay.
They'll probably inform you.
Perfect.
With ways that are not a cow skull.
Yeah. Luckily, my neighbors haven't said anything. They're kind of country people, so they thought it was cool.
I've seen stranger decor on human houses. A cow skull wouldn't be all that odd.
No, it really wasn't. So,
and This is Kansas.
Yeah.
I mean, you're also by the lines. I'm sure they see lots of weird things.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was really all I had. Sorry you were so bored tonight.
Wasn't any of your fault. Shame the Sabbat can't put up an actual challenge.
What would be a challenge for you?
If you ever encounter one of mine, but they have, I don't know, weeping sores, tar leaking out of their fur, the scent of asbestos or choking smoke, things like that. Those are a challenge for me. I'm not a warrior.
What causes that?
Corruption. Sometimes on a spiritual sense, sometimes on an apathetic sense. But corruption all the same. Similar to all of you. You are, well, some are a weaker presence, but I can tell just from speaking with you that there is that corruption in you. You all probably say it in a different way.
We say we're cursed.
You're not wrong.
No. I mean, it's the best way to describe when you can never see the sun again.
And must subsist on the living fluids of others.
No, sometimes not living. There are some that can drink dead blood, too. Yeah.
I will stick with my actual food.
You should. Enjoy it.
Blood is only good when in combat, and usually the taste of it is more just reaffirming that you're in a fight, which you already know.
Yeah. Well, Vlad, thank you for meeting with me.
And please, if you find out any more information on them using my kin's blood, I'd be very interested.
Will. I will let you know, because I'm interested in it too.
And I should warn you, I'm not saying this is the case, but have you heard what happens when the two of our kinds are combined? I've only encountered it once, and once was enough. I believe you will refer to them as abominations.
Yes, I've heard the term.
Which is apt.
Yeah.
We should not mix.
Of course not.
And when they are done in a literal sense, well, you wouldn't get something as pathetic as what attacked me. You'd get something that I would feel obligated to destroy.
Oh, of course. Of course.
But I highly recommend, especially for fragile things like you, don't engage. Not those.
Do you mean someone tries to make one of you one of us?
I don't know the specifics. I just know that it is when we are combined. By what method, I don't know.
Like you are, right?
Indeed.
So if that's the case, then it would have to be one of you being embraced, turned into one of us.
Or perhaps it's what we saw tonight, and it is simply that one of you and one of us was just mixed together.
Could you do that? Kat, could you just like slap two people together?
My ethics won't allow me to do such things, but I'm not going to say that it can't be done. Stranger things have been done by my distant relatives.
Well, that could also be what that thing was our dear friend Becky.
Yeah.
The only problem is reversing such applications are next to impossible.
No, the best thing is it's like what I told my folks about the war ghouls. The best thing to do is put them down. So there's no saving them.
So keep that in the back of your minds.
Will do. Will do.
Because they are rather unfortunate threats.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, you're right. They do deserve to burn.
Well, enjoy your drinks with your friend. Thank you so much for your time. Gwen, shall we?
Thank you.
I hope to see you all again.
Of course. And she takes her bottle of whiskey and walks out.
Yeah, and I'll kill the vodka and then just grab the rest of my bottles and head out too.
So, as Kat and Gwen are setting off, do you need a quick talk before I end the episode? You two, after meeting with Vladimir, or are we going to save that for the finale?
I think we can save that. I don't think there's anything urgent.
Yeah.
So
Bo would like to do something if there's a chance.
Okay. What does Bo want to do?
First, as he's sitting next to Callum, who I'm assuming is resting, he pulls out the book from his mother and flips it to a page. And in it is a section of Tennyson's In Memoriam that he wants to read to Callum. It goes, "So careful of the type, but no. From scarped cliff and quarried stone she cries, 1,000 types are gone. I care for nothing, all shall go. Thou makest thine appeal to me, I bring to life, I bring to death. The spirit does but mean the breath. I know no more, and he shall he. Man her last work, and who seemed so fair, such splendid purpose in his eyes. Who rolled the psalm to wintry skies, who built him fanes of fruitless prayer. Who trusted God was love indeed, and love creation's final law, though nature read in tooth and claw. With ravine shrieked against his creed, who loved, who suffered countless ills, who bowed for the true, the just, be blown about the desert dust, or sealed within the iron hills, no more. A monster then, a dream, a discord, dragons of the prime that tear each other in their slime, where mellow music matched with him, O life as futile then as frail. O for thy voice to soothe and bless, what hope of answer or redress behind the veil, behind the veil. And after that, I want to share the sense and try and ease any pain he's feeling with mine. So my lack of pain, I want to share with him.
Okay. And as you try to share the burden of the pain, which unfortunately also means some of that pain spills to you as you're sharing it. Got to go somewhere.
And I whisper, I'm sorry that I left.
We're going to end this episode right here, everybody. They have defended the rack against the attack of the Sabbat. This was an old school terror attack. The coterie was not the target. The humans were the target. I have a feeling there's going to be some repercussions through the whole city that thankfully I don't think this coterie is going to be directly the target of, because you did nothing to show it. I want to thank my guest player tonight, Vladimir, and the coterie here. Housekeeping. I have looked over the Chronicle tenets and everyone's convictions. Rashad, you have a problem. Rashad's conviction The law is paramount. You broke that tonight multiple times. Firing a gun into the crowd. Attacking people. Enough times that if you, with your aid humanity, you've got both stains. I need a remorse roll from Rashad because of the actions of tonight. You get 1 die to retain your humanity at 8.
Oh.
And you have failed. Rashad, the actions of this night have touched you on a deep level. You felt a little bit of what it was to be human slipping away from you. The actions you took, though noble to help defend your coterie, was anathema to what kept you grounded as a human. Thank you, everyone. Please join us on our Discord. Discuss the events of this episode. I will say, while Becky was observing, Rurik did have a part in this battle. Which part was his and which part was everyone else's? You'll have to see.
Oh, the not me in the Wargle was totally his fucking signature. Totally. Okay.
Turns out the not you was Rurik.
No, it probably was Becky.
If Becky would ever stoop to not wearing her own stunning face.
Yeah, true. She probably wouldn't. So it was just somebody. Probably a dominated human meant to guide the fucking ghoul.
The coterie did well. Yes, Bo, splitting off, left Callum and Rashad. Becky had her fight. I think this coterie...
Becky had her fight?
Or sorry, Bella had her fight handled. I think this coterie is going to be doing soul searching in the coming nights. Because holy shit. So yes, join us on the Discord. So you're aware, there is an open casting call on our Discord right now for our, now it's no longer null and void. It now has an official title.
Queen's Gambit.
Queen's Gambit. And for those that know me and know my storytelling, I love my chess references. This is going to be chess on a new level as we do 5 splats with 5 different storytellers, 1 coherent story.
3 of those STs are right here.
Maddox, Vladimir up there will be running Changeling. I'll be running Wraith.
And
Mama will be doing Vampire as we return one last time to Milwaukee and Queen Jackie's rule.
Mm-hmm.
This will be the last we ever see of that particular chronicle.
Yeah.
One more chance to clean some stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
So pop over to Discord. There's a casting call. It's open until the end of the month. If you want to get in on that, you have good equipment, apply.
Apply.
A number of people at this table have applied to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want to play in this one too. So please check that out. If you want to catch our back episodes, go to YouTube. You can catch up on this season, the previous season, all of our other content, like our Changeling Storyteller up there, Mama McStabber and her independent games she runs, me with a fuck ton of World of Darkness. And you can catch that all on our YouTube. Get all that good stuff. If you want to see amazing content creators, one of them's over here. She's turned into the silent assassin of the group. She's going to be hell when she gets more skill. Straight up hell. Just so you're aware. Trying to think, you want to get some studio merch? Check out our merch store. Sign in because there's some stuff in there that you have to be signed in to see. Unfortunately, we no longer have our Steve Perry Cursed My Dice, but there will be a change to it. And
yes, I'm going to have the Urani
Cursed My Dice.
Urani Cursed My Dice. I meant to do it this week while I was off between jobs, but honestly, I was just not in a good place with the rain making me hurt every day this week. But so I will get to it as soon as I can.
And it's probably going to be spelled Urani.
Yeah, Urani.
Yeah.
Urani, not your Audi.
That's right. Please don't be a Timber Brad. Don't buy those and stick them on your laptop because look how Timber Brad turned out in Windy City. He had it stuck to his laptop for Windy City, and well, we see how that happens. Bits and donations, everybody, that go to the studio, bits and donations go to the players, not the studio. We're not taking your bits from you. It's a way for you, the viewers, to give to the players, just for all the hard work that goes into it and the emotional turmoil. Callum could have died tonight.
Yeah.
I do not pull punches when I make rolls. The roll was what it was. He had 2 superficial left before he torpid.
Mm-hmm.
The willpower saved you from only having 1 left.
Mhm.
You made the mistake that all of us make, though. You could have been healing damage each turn.
Yeah.
It is one of the toughest things to remember in a scene, to remember to heal your wounds. As storyteller, I fucking forget all the fucking time. My people do not heal like they should. Like the woman that Kat was beating the shit out of. Forgot to heal at any point while getting the shit kicked out of her.
And Kat fucking staked her and put her in the trunk.
Because I forget too. So even the most veteran of us sometimes forget that we can heal mid-battle.
And we can do that in addition to doing other things.
Yeah, you spend your turn healing.
You just can't. Well, you can still attack. You just can't do any other disciplines
or rouses.
Right.
Yeah.
It takes up your only rouse for the turn, but it's useful.
Okay.
I forget all the time. I can count on one hand in all of the Windy City when I remember to have somebody heal in combat. And there was over 100 episodes. I forgot a lot. It happens.
Yeah.
So thankfully, Maddox don't have to worry about that. He just regenerates.
Yeah.
No, I just naturally get it back as long as I'm not in my regular human form.
Yeah.
So if you want to give to the studio, subscribe on Twitch, pop over to our KoFi if you don't want Twitch to take half, or if you're on YouTube, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification icon.
If you're watching our videos, post a comment.
Yeah, comment on it. Even if the comment is to insult Shanky.
Yeah.
There have been comments like that, and whatever, I'm a grown man, I can take it. If you don't like my storytelling, that's fine. Tell me. I don't care.
And if you have questions when watching on YouTube, ask them in the comments. We will respond.
Yep. Try to answer as much as I can. So please do that. Now I can let my wife give the schedule.
All right.
Because I know we've got other shit going on.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So we have tomorrow, I believe, Cock is returning.
I hope the cock never mind.
Would you say that the cock was twitching?
Yes. Call it Cthulhu. 7E. London Esoteric Society. I call it cockless. But it will be tomorrow. They are returning at 3 p.m. Eastern because finally the UK and the US are synced up with daylight savings time again. So they're back to 3 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, join them at 3 p.m. tomorrow for their fun romps through Victorian era London and surrounding environs as they do all the sus-ass shit. You can catch Ree there too sometimes.
I predict your innie will have at least 1 fumble tomorrow. At least 1 fumble.
Yeah. That seems to be.
He averages 1 a stream just about.
How it tracks. Yeah. And then come back and join us on Friday for the season 2 finale of Kansas City, A Domain Divided at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to have another guest. We're going to have Beetle Spock join us next week.
I'm sure he's got some things he's going to have to say after the events of tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Though he wasn't involved in it, I'm sure.
Hey, but the cameras are off, so yay.
And at least majority of the humans forgot.
Yeah.
And Gwen knocked all his cell phones out.
Mm-hmm. But some got through.
We'll see how that goes. So, Mischievous Red, let everybody know what you got going on. You back to streaming yet, or are you still getting settled?
So I would be, however, I have to go to a wedding, and then I'll be out of town again later this month. So maybe some on Wednesdays we streaming some Final Fantasy, but I'm working on it. I'm trying.
I get it. It's tough, isn't it? I had a Shanky Plays channel that I used at one point, but that disappeared after like 2 streams, 3 streams, something like that. Just, find an extra time. It's tough. Ree, what you got going on?
Yes, you can find me over on twitch.tv/rerolls as we continue Bourbon Street Blues, where I get to be Zimitzi, who is who's lost his relative, broodmate. I don't know, but you go check that out to see how that goes.
Okay, go ahead and put the link to your channel in chat. House, did you ever get your new show off the ground yet? Or are you still working?
No, it'll be sometime before that happens. Summer at the earliest. But tonight, after we are done here, I will be making a red velvet cake with goat cheese, cream cheese frosting.
That's like my favorite.
She loves red velvet cake. Every year for her birthday and for Mother's Day, I buy her some red velvet cake, a slice or two.
Favorite.
Yep. She likes red velvet cake like I like cheesecake.
Uh-huh.
So, yep. And as always, everybody, mental health, it's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. I want you to take the mental health of yourself seriously and others. Please check in on people around you. Make sure they're okay, because a lot of people are not. And it takes a friendly voice, a lifeline, a helping hand, something to show that, to help talk people off that edge that they might be on. And if you suffer from mental health issues, first of all, it's okay to not be okay. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you need help. And I want you to reach out to your own support network if you're feeling overwhelmed by life. But if you don't feel you can talk to your support network, in chat's a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There'll be a professional on the other end of the line who will help you through it. Mental health is health. And while it's okay to not be okay, we want you to take care of yourselves, because, we're in this together. All of us are in this together. So, as proven tonight with this coterie, you need to be in it together. And now I'll let my wonderful wife give her portion of the outro.
Y'all, it's getting late, but I'm going to make this real damn quick. So, y'all know, Mama McStabber, I'm a registered nurse. Get your fucking vaccines, get your boosters, get all that shit, because literally COVID is still around. It's not going anywhere. We have yet to cure a single fucking virus. And literally flu still causes people to die. So please get your fucking vaccines. I know we're coming into spring. The vaccines are not pushed as much. Seriously, you can get them any time of the fucking year. For the most part, the flu one might be out soon, but check and see if you can still get it if you need it. But yeah, so seriously, get that done. And also make sure you are registered to vote, that you are participating in your local primaries as they come up. A lot have already happened, but there are still some coming up. I've been getting texts constantly from people in my state wanting my vote on the fucking May primary. And I'm like, yeah, no, this guy fucking supports genocide. Fuck him. So vote in your primaries and vote in the general election that's coming up, the presidential election in November, because our entire house is up for election. So make sure that you are participating. It's important. Said with love.
And I do thank everyone for coming to the crescendo of this season. Next week is the aftermath, though I think the aftermath will be more than one season felt. I think this coterie is going to be, I think it's going to be time for some more revenge and retaliation. Can't let this go unanswered. Maybe this time you'll get help from other HOA members.
And maybe some werewolves too.
If he finds out why there was werewolf blood on that guy.
Yeah.
Especially if my theory is right.
Yeah.
So thank you all for coming, everybody. We will see you tomorrow for Call of Cthulhu and next Friday for Kansas City. Yes, House. Is your hand up?
Did we get any XP for tonight?
Yes. Tonight, you all get 3 XP. I'd give you more, but you're going to get even more next week because it's a finale, so I'm not giving you a bunch of XP 2 in a row. So you get 3 tonight. Always remember the important stuff, the XP. Good night, everybody.